Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Steven, and today I'm going to be doing a commentary video. I'm not a commentary channel. I don't normally do this kind of stuff, but there's this YouTube documentary that I've watched called The Dark Sad Life of Boogie2988. It's made by someone named Mike Klum, who has his own YouTube channel. I think he's like a small business owner from the state of Ohio, which is actually where I'm from. But he reached out to Boogie and asked him if he would like to do a documentary, and he even said he wanted it to be like an authentic documentary, not where the YouTuber just picks and chooses what's in and what isn't, but like a more authentic documentary where it's realistic and accurate to what's going on. So it's a 55-minute, 16-second documentary about Boogie2988, which is a YouTuber that started in 2006, 1 year after the platform launched, and it was the first year that the platform was called YouTube. But yeah, so here, I'll go on ahead. I'm doing some cropping real quick for you guys. There we go. Okay. But anyways, yeah, this is a YouTube documentary. It's on Mike Klum's YouTube channel. If you want to watch it on your own, you can, but I've seen it before. I just want to kind of break it down and talk about the fall of Boogie. A lot of people probably know him from his Francis rant videos, which is where he had his own character named Francis that made all these rant videos. But Boogie kind of made comedy sketches, told stories. That's kind of what he did. This guy used to be known as the Mr. Rogers of YouTube, which is weird because that means he was an extremely nice guy, but he's kind of gone off the deep end, and there's a lot of truth exposed about him. But anyways, we're going to go on ahead and get into this. Also, just in case, I want to I'm basically going to pull up another, I have Google also as well. Reason being is, there's parts of this documentary where I actually want to, look up a couple things, primarily for reasons that, are about, Boogie's going to mention money a lot, and that's what this documentary primarily focuses on. It's going to focus on his income for the most part. His income is the biggest part of this entire documentary. It's the biggest focus of it. That's what he's going to be focusing on a lot in it, and I'm basically just going to do minor calculations, and also he tries to sell some things here at one point, and I want to look up the value of what he's selling to see if he would be getting a good deal on it or not, or if the buyer would be getting a good deal on it. Anyways, let's go and get right into it. And I will be stopping throughout the duration of the video. I might skip to certain parts of the documentary because I don't think every single section of it's necessarily that important. We'll just kind of go as we go through.
On my deathbed, the biggest regret I will ever have is knowing that I had a job that every person in the world would fucking kill for. And I fucked it up.
Yeah, so first of all, here he says millions in career earnings, which is actually a contradiction because he's mentioned that he himself has made maybe $1.2 million if you combine everything he's made from YouTube, and that's with sponsorships, which for 17 years I don't 100% believe. Now, for his first couple years on YouTube, I could believe he didn't make much because the money wasn't really there yet. But he does say, not in this documentary, but he's stated that he struck his fame on YouTube too early, and that's why he doesn't make that much money. I do call BS on that, to the fact that with his documentary, or with his earnings, I would say by like 2009 or 2010, he could have easily been making money on YouTube by that point. And he had at least 5 years of peak YouTube before the adpocalypse came in, where the huge demonetization struck. So his older videos should not have been demonetized. So 2016 onward is where he really would have been struggling, but he would have had he should have like 5 years of making tons of money and opportunities to save that money and budget it for the future.
I'm gonna be mad about that until I go to the fucking
grave. He was considered one of the most beloved creators at one point. Once again, he was considered the Mr. Rogers of YouTube at one point, guys. But there's going to be a lot of things that really speak about his character that we're going to notice throughout this documentary. Oh yeah, there is, and this is not the best place to pause. Hold up. Neither's that part. Okay. So, yes, there is some scenes in this that are a little bit explicit. Obviously, it doesn't show nudity because this is YouTube, but you're going to see where those all come from. And I might skip some of them. I'm going to skip probably one of the parts just because, and now I could say because I had to watch it, you have to watch it, but I'm not going to do that to you guys. When we get there, I'm going to skip that part because it's going to be me sitting here with it on, cringing at it so badly and hating it. One last thing I will say, I think this is a good quality documentary. I do think Mike Klum did a good job. I think he made a good quality documentary that could be on like Netflix or something like that. So I do think it's good quality.
There was one girl. I don't know if I should talk about this, Mike, but
he's immediately gonna go into talking about his love life, and then he's gonna skip around from it.
I'm going to. There was one girl that I dated. She liked a lot of childish things. She liked rubber ducks. That's why I have some of these rubber ducks.
He bought a bunch of rubber ducks because he had a girlfriend that was into childish things like rubber ducks. Did you guys know this man is 49 years old?
And one of my favorite memories with her is us sitting in this tub, her playing with rubber ducks as I washed her, and then when we got out, I took her to bed.
I'm not trying to like kink shame or anything, but like, no offense, guys. It's a little weird. It's nowhere near as weird as other things, but I'm just saying, guys, like, I don't know how old this person was, but this dude's 49. If he's into girls that like childish things, generally those people run to about the younger age. Like, we talking like in your 20s, generally speaking. So if that's kind of what he if that's kind of what he's into, it's kind of creepy, at least for a 49-year-old. Yeah, being into girls that are into childish things. I never got into that whole. I never understood the whole childish thing. I'm 19, by the way, but like, I don't understand the whole thing of being into childish things. I just find it kind of weird, and like I'm like, what? Like, dom and sub thing I kind of get, but into childish things? And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with having some rubber ducks in the bathtub, and they're just there, I mean, they're cool to have, but like, meaning for it to be like a turn on is kind of weird.
The
like I was like, yep, and the best nights of my life happened in this bathtub. You know, not going out on dates, not just going, not hanging out in bed, not anything. Nope, bathtub. Oh, this part's important. $750,000 in savings. This makes me believe he had this in liquid savings. That means that's how much he had in 2019. That's a lot of money. That is over $500,000. Like this dude had over $500,000 in savings. He could have paid off his mortgage, and we'll find that out later in this thing, because his house was a $250,000 house. That's about $250,000, excluding interest rates and property taxes and anything else like that he would have to pay. But roughly $250,000 before interest. That's how much his house was when he purchased it. Now, this house would actually sell for more now because of the housing, because we're entering a new housing crisis. So he actually could sell this house, get more money from it, pay off the mortgage from that, and then have some left over, and could then downsize. And then he would be set for a little bit. And then he's not just playing with the rubber ducks, guys. He's like singing all. Okay, guys, I'll have a rubber duck in the bath. That's fine, but I'm not gonna like throw them around and sing while doing that. I mean, you do you. I mean, they say different strokes for different folks. I'm just glad he's not like in his mind going, yeah, I'm attracted to someone that likes rubber ducks. Oh yeah. Watch him play with those rubber ducks. Oh yeah, that's because that's what his mind was at earlier. Facing foreclosure. For some reason, I have trouble believing this.
Yeah, so when it comes to financial approach, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Money comes in, money goes out. For the longest time, my ex-wife handled that shit, but then I got divorced. I don't know where my money is. I don't know what it's doing. The only thing I've ever done with it is...
The fact that he doesn't know anything is really concerning. This guy's 49 years old. Now, the last time he's worked a job that he claims is 2007. Yeah, in 2007. But it was for like a small business owner. And that person apparently died in 2008. But I'm guessing around that time he just was able to... He went on disability. And then he made money from YouTube, so he didn't have to be on disability. But yeah, this man has been on and off of disability, which is a form of welfare in the United States. So he would receive checks from the government because he's deemed unable to work. Now, my only response to that would be that this guy, and he's considered disabled because he's morbidly obese, but here's kind of my response to that. Maybe he can't work a physical job, but I think he could work a sit-down job. He could work a desk job. He could do data entry. He could do telemarketing. He could do, in these days, now in modern day, maybe not like 10 years ago, but now, there's a lot of remote jobs that are data entry and telemarketing. Sounds pretty good to me. I mean, so there's ways for him to work.
Because I threw it into crypto and then lost a shit.
The fact he lost $600,000 in crypto, that is stupid. Crypto is not even a good investment. Everyone's saying it's the future. It's not the future. It's a terrible investment. It's investing, maybe, okay, if you can afford to lose a little bit of money in crypto, maybe try investing in it and hope for the best outcome, but you don't throw almost everything you have into it. That's stupid. Now, he says this is false and that he actually put $250,000 into crypto and then earned $750,000 but didn't pull it out and let it stay, and then it turned, and then he lost $600,000 from that. the way I see it, if I get a shitload of money from crypto, I'm immediately pulling that shit out. I'm not letting that go down.
Well, here's everything. If you want to see, there's $2,758.
$2,758. You can see, so I'm guessing this, okay, I like how he has that, but he has another bank account right here. This is, I believe this is this is a different bank account. Now, this one is for different reasons, but he basically kind of has an extra $1,000. I forget what kind of account this is. It's a CD account. I forget what they are. But this is his main bank account. Like, probably more like his checking account, and then maybe this is like his savings account, or it's a specialized savings account where you can gain interest from it. But this is how much he owes on his mortgage. This is how much he owes on his credit card. I probably would not want to owe this much on a credit card, but his mortgage, right now he owes $163,136.79. He could have paid that off when he had $750,000. It could have been easy for him to pay that off, and then he would not have a mortgage payment, and then all he'd have to pay for is utilities and property tax.
In my bank account right now, and let's see if mortgages come out yet. So tomorrow, when they take mortgage out, I'll have about $700 to live off of until the 20th.
You'll have 758. So this guy obviously doesn't know how to do math.
When I get paid again from YouTube, so I'm just going to live off of $700, and I'll probably sell some cards along the way, and use that money to make ends meet as well.
It is good, though, to sell things in your collections to make, if you need to make more money in dire situations. So I am glad that he'd be willing to do that.
I have a credit card with them that I owe $600 on. And on top of that, I still owe $163,000 on my house. I think my net worth is zero.
I like how he thinks to himself. I calculated my net worth to exactly $0. I didn't calculate it to negative. I didn't calculate it to $1. I calculated my net worth at exactly $0. This man obviously has the best math skills of human history. Mathematician right here, guys. My net worth, zero. Exactly zero. Not anything else.
You pull the equity out of the house, get rid of the house debt, sell off all my collectibles.
Homie, this guy also has a bunch of arcade machines. There is no way that his net worth is exactly $0. I am sorry. It is not.
And pay off all my debts, I think.
See, he's got his home equity. He still has $30,000 in crypto. If I was him, I would sell. So now that's how much he owns in assets. Assets isn't cash. Now you can sell your assets for cash. So what I would actually do is I would right now, if I was him, I would sell my assets from crypto, and then I have now $30,000 in cash. And then what I can do with that is I can use that to help pay for I will have a lot of mortgage payments. Like it's $2,000 a month. So give me a second. I'm just going to go ahead and calculate real quick. So his mortgage payment is $2,000 a month. I don't know how it's exactly $2,000 and not I don't know if he's rounding, but it's exactly $2,000 a month. So if you have $30,000, if he just gets $30,000 and so if he has so let's see how many months you could get from that. That is 15 months worth of mortgage payments right there. Do 30,000 divided by 2,000, so that equals 15. So he would have 15 months worth of house payments. That's pretty good. That's over a year. Like, homie, this guy complains a lot, by the way, and he goes, "Woe is me" all the time, and it pisses me off.
I think that puts me at $0.
He also does not owe this on the credit card. He is rounding. Okay, so he is rounding here. It's actually 600 something, as we saw earlier.
Shit. I'm worthless.
I like how he just right then and there realized to himself, he's like, shit. Not, like he hasn't actually known about anything about that before. And then I look and he says, I'm worthless. So his whole spiel is he's the most self-deprecating human being on the internet. This guy never says anything positive. In fact, the documentary had to take a 3-month break during this because being around Boogie was just so depressing that there was nothing positive that Boogie could say. Even in his happy moments, he would say nothing positive and always ruin it and make it something negative. This guy is just a bummer to be around. He also whines and complains like a little bitch.
This is the hard part. Back to reality.
Yeah, he had a gastric bypass surgery, and then he managed to gain a lot of weight again. It's because this guy just won't stop. He can't take care of himself. He's just got problems. Like, he refused, and the thing is, he acts like, you may think, oh, he just needs some help. No, this guy doesn't want to be helped. He wants to be a professional victim.
But my best feature, this is the one the ladies love.
This part is creepy, and there's a part of this that I really hate, and I don't want to show. I'll skip it here in a minute.
My meat apron. I have 2 meat aprons. There's a second one.
So, he said he had a second one, which showed some really gross stuff, and he said that's why he's gonna die alone. Because he said he doesn't like showing it, and people don't like seeing it. But the thing is, this guy was once married, so for him to say he's gonna die alone is stupid. He was once married.
Well, my real name is Steve Williams. I'm known online as Boogie2988 because there's a lot of famous Steve Williamses, and I'm not one of them, right?
Homie, you're a famous YouTuber. I think you're a famous Steve Williams. You don't have to be Boogie2988. Once again, he's putting himself down because he wants everyone to feel bad for him.
I started the YouTube channel back in 2006, right at the very beginning, and I got famous for comedy sketches as well as like life vlogs and just sharing my personal life with other people.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming out to my ankle on my left leg, and but that's just the kind of woman I married. So give her some love in the comment section. Give her some money as I used to make. It's nice.
He made $280,000, or no, that's his views. Sorry, 17,000 would drop off. And there's reasons for that. It's because he started to be mask off and show who he truly is as a person, and people just don't like it. So they stopped watching him.
This is where I spend 6 to 8 hours a day trying to figure out how to save my career.
The dude has a parodied Pornhub t-shirt. Boogie Nights.
I've told the audience, I've told you guys, I've told everybody, this is the center of my world. Right here, in this recliner, with...
This guy makes more than me on finances, by the way, guys. Now, I also don't have any major expenses because I still live at home, and my job is seasonal, but I generally work a part-time job and it's off season. But yeah, this guy makes more money than me.
With my dogs.
Dude, I'd love to make that in a month.
Watching television, playing video games on that television. But the other day, the audio on this TV started to go out, and whenever it would make like S sounds, it would crackle. And so I know I'm budgeting, but I immediately went to Amazon and bought a sound bar for $100.
Idiot.
Then the next day, the TV stops crackling, and now I have a $100 soundbar that I don't need.
Here's what's amazing about that. He bought a $100 soundbar and wasted $100, and now that he doesn't need it, it's so unopened. The dude is like, yeah, I just have it right here. Dude, you could just return it and make back the $100. What an idiot. He's like, woe is me, I lost $100. Return it. Guy's fucking stupid.
But I know I'm supposed to be budgeting right now, but because that's my TV, because that's my only source of entertainment, because it's the only thing I do, it's one of the only things that bring me peace. Like, I'm like, I have to be able to hear my fucking TV.
Homie, it's just with the S sounds. I like how he's like, I just gotta have it. I have to have it. I have to have it. I have to have it. No, you don't. You don't have to have it.
But that's every addict,
It's a
right?
want,
Like,
not a
Shepard
need.
said, I'll just do enough heroin, and then he like OD'd on heroin, right? So I guess every addict tries to manage the addiction, but I don't know, man.
Now, there are addictions like spending addictions are bad. They are really bad, so are like gambling addictions and all that. But I wouldn't compare it to a guy that OD'd on heroin, with him saying he'll just do enough of it. But so I don't like that he's comparing someone dying from heroin to his spending addiction. I prefer him to compare it to a more comparable addiction, like a gambling addiction.
We were talking about compulsive spending a minute ago. Dude, I spent a lot of money on stuff. You know where a lot of the money went? And like it felt really compulsive at the time.
Uh-oh. Yep, here we go, guys. Look at this, guys. Look at this, guys. Spent between 2018 and 2021, Boogie spent over $200,000 on sex workers across the U.S. Idiot. He was doing sugaring is what he was doing. It's not your typical type of prostitution. You basically take him out on dates and take him to places. Maybe take him on vacation with you wherever. You basically spend more money than you need to on these things, and it's the fact he spent this much on that is ridiculous. That is stupid. He spent $40,000 a year on this. Guy's an idiot. Once again, this is a want and not a need. You don't... And his rationale for this is really stupid, too. I'm just going to let you guys hear it.
I am a former sex worker escort, and Boogie2988 was one of my clients. From LA, and I get a message on this website, you can probably guess which one, from this guy who looked a lot like Boogie.
I took women on vacations, and I took them out to fancy dinners, and I took them to like Disneyland and shit.
Disneyland. I took him on Disneyland. Yep. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing with my sugaring. I could go anywhere. Nope, going to Disneyland.
He bought me dinner. He got me a purse that we were talking about over messages.
That's an expensive purse.
And he got me a couple gift cards and
$500 in gift cards. Why would that's just? I like how he's just like, yep. And here's another gift for you. Take some gift cards.
he spent well over $5,000 on just that night.
Yeah, keep in mind you have to have the escort fee. So you have that, a hotel. They could have went to a cheaper hotel. Dinner could have went to a cheaper restaurant. Like you don't have to do all this stuff.
You know the rules. The rules are we're gonna go out and eat. We're gonna have dinner. Maybe we're gonna fuck, and you're gonna enjoy a nice lifestyle that you don't normally get to enjoy.
His idea with the girls in this is that they'll go out, they'll have sex, and then they'll but the person they're doing it with will buy them nice things. So that's why he's kind of saying you're going to enjoy a nice lifestyle. I don't think, though, that most people, generally speaking, are not happy with that kind of lifestyle. Now, I know in the modern day, it's kind of become more common that there are lots of women that do enjoy the whole sexualization and all that. But for the most part, I would actually say that there's a good amount that just don't like the industry. They're just in it because either A, it's just an easier way to get money, B, they got into it when they were a little bit younger and they just don't know how to get out of it. Because a lot of these people start at like 18, which is when you're at legal age. Like, it's pretty bad. I mean, I don't like this industry at all. I obviously have a big bias against it, but I do also think that if you're someone that's gonna like just have sex with a bunch of people, like, number one, don't be super public about it, and number two, just have the sex. Don't take them out on all these random dinners and all that, because then you're basically you're using money to make a relationship, and and then that makes you treat romantic relationships as putting a dollar value towards them, which is really bad. It's one thing to put a dollar value towards sex. It's another thing to put a dollar value towards an actual relationship, and that's kind of what sugaring does, and that's why I think it's disgusting.
So he was really funny, and definitely tell he was nervous. He did eat a lot of food. I'm pretty sure he got 2 entrees.
Well, yeah, he's morbidly obese. Yep, he got 2 entrees. Fat fuck. I sound like I'm bullying him, but this is the one time he actually deserves it.
Which was very unique.
It's not a revelation. I like beautiful women. I like to hang out with beautiful women. Fuck beautiful women. We all do.
Oh, wait.
I never got to do that. The women I dated were...
I never got to do... I like how he's like, I like to hang out with beautiful women. Fuck beautiful women. We all like to do that. I don't think he understands that some people may like that idea, but some of us, we have this thing called control. Hold on. But yeah, I think this guy understands. We have this thing called controlling our urges. So this guy clearly doesn't understand that. And now everyone believes in different things. I kind of believe that stuff is saved for marriage. Not everyone believes that, but there's people that believe, hey, it's like a romantic thing, but it's really like just this guy just, I don't get him. I don't get it. Like, he's just like yeah, I just like to do it. And then he says, I never got to do that. Like, he never got to fuck a beautiful woman. Like, a beautiful woman. He was married. And according to him, his wife was pretty hot. And a lot of people thought that too. So that's kind of a fuck you to his ex-wife. And anyone he's ever dated or been in a relationship with or has had sex with. That is disgusting. That he just said, I never got to do that. I deserve that. You don't deserve anything in life except for respect. You earn things. And so and his whole rationale is, I'm a YouTuber. I deserve this because I'm all big and popular. I deserve all this stuff. He's a self-centered piece of shit.
Pretty sure. But they were like Arkansas 8s, not LA 10s.
Arkansas 8s, not LA 10s.
With sugaring, I got to fuck some LA 10s, and I think that's cool. Are you 12? I got to fuck LA 10s. That's so cool. Are you 12? Okay, I don't understand. Yeah, they were pretty sure, but they were Arkansas 8s, not LA 10s, Oh my god, I had to have these LA 10s. I deserve LA 10s. That's what I need. Arkansas 8's not good enough. Bro, homie, an 8? Okay, 8 out of 10. That's 2 off from 10. That sounds pretty good. Okay, 8s? That sounds pretty good. I'm just saying. Rather if it's you're going about about having sex or being in a real romantic relationship where you have actual feelings for each other, an 8 sounds pretty good. Okay, 8. I think women that are 8s are beautiful.
Okay, sevens are, in fact, women that are sevens are beautiful. Okay, and sixes are still good look. Okay, yeah, people don't understand. 5 is average. 6 is above average. 4 is below average. I would say 1 to 3 is, 1's ugly, 2 is ugly but not as bad. 3 is kind of ugly. 4 is below average. 5 is average. 6 is above average. Slash pretty. 7 is beautiful. 8 is more beautiful. 9 is more beautiful, and 10 is 10 doesn't exist. 10 doesn't exist. No one's a 10. If anyone ever tries to tell you that, they can be a 10 in your heart, but when it comes to just looks, you're not a 10, because 10, it means you're perfect, and to me, there's no such thing as perfect. Now, I could kind of make someone a 10 in my heart, if I really love them, but that's about it. And I also don't like to judge just based off of looks. I understand we're kind of going off of looks with this, but generally speaking, once again, I think women that are 8s are beautiful, and the fact that he's degrading them is disgusting. That's an insult to anyone he's ever been with. It's an insult to all the women in the state of Arkansas, as well as women that are rated as 8 out of 10s everywhere. That is terrible. And I don't like, it's misogynistic, and I don't use that term very lightly. It takes a lot for me to call you a misogynist, and this guy's a fucking misogynist. It pisses me off. This guy sucks. This dude, he doesn't deserve that, okay? If he's gonna treat women like objects, he doesn't deserve a beautiful woman. He deserves someone that treats him like shit. Okay? This guy, he treats women like objects, and that is a kind of low that I don't escape to. You don't treat women like objects. The fact he's insulting people that are 8s because they're not 10s, that's terrible. Okay? Guess what? People I've dated, and I get it, I'm probably like a 6, okay? So it's hard so maybe it's not going to be easy for me to date people that are higher, but here's the thing. I dated 7s. I've dated 6, or I dated like someone that's like a 5 or a 6. Guess what? I treated them like they were a 10, in the sense that in my heart, they became a 10 in my heart, because I love those people. Okay? I didn't care about how good they looked, about, oh my god, you have to look like a 10 out of 10. No. I cared about, like, obviously I needed to be attracted to them, but at the same time, I cared more about who they were as people. Okay? Alright. I've liked people that are 8s. Thought they were beautiful people. Okay, and they had good personalities too. Once again, it's not just about looks. Looks only play a factor in the fact that I do need to be attracted to you. But outside of that, if I'm just attracted to you, like just how you look, to me that's not gonna mean that. That's like a starting ground. Personality's what sells it. Okay. Like all it is that, to me, if I'm attracted to you, how you look, to me it just means you're pretty. Or you're beautiful. Okay, but it doesn't just mean I'm gonna then date you or want to be with you. You gotta have a good personality too. Now, once again, he's just talking about having sex, but once again, the way he treats it almost like it's a relationship at the same time, and he's a disgusting man. Because he's being misogynistic and is treating women like objects. You don't do that.
We got back to the hotel, and I do regret to say that I slept with Boogie2988.
I'm glad she regretted it, because this man is disgusting. I'm not talking about looks, even just look. I'm talking about who he is as a person.
Overall, the experience, and I don't mean to fat shame or anything, but there were
Don't mean to fat. Oh, hold on.
rules
Sorry.
upon rules, and it took me a lot of time to find a stick.
took her a lot of time to find it because it was rolls upon rolls upon rolls. And she's not trying to fat shame either.
I am now married with 2 kids, and sleeping with Boogie is one of the reasons I quit sex work.
I'm glad that she's now married. She's quit sex work. She's married and she has 2 kids. I'm glad she was able to get out of the industry and was able to find real love and to be able to have children and be a mother and just have a family. And in one way you could say he saved her life because hey, he got her. He helped her quit sex work. That probably wasn't his intention, but this poor. It was so bad. The sex was so bad with Boogie that it helped her quit sex work. Damn. Yeah, and it does say the income from her night with him did help fund her nursing degree, and that was another positive that came out of it. But I'm just glad she got out of this. But I wish she wasn't in this industry to begin with, because it's not a good industry to be in. It's really degrading to women, and it for men when men watch it, like when men watch porn, it's bad for their minds mentally. It's really bad for them. I don't think men should watch porn. I don't think women should watch porn either. It's bad for you. Now, if you do that's your business. It's not mine. I'm getting more opinionated, but I do think it's bad for your mental health. It's not good for you, and being involved in sex work, whether that's porn or this kind of sex work, I don't think it's good for women that are in it. It's not. I don't think it's good for them. I don't think it has them live a happy, successful life.
Is that sexist to me? Sure. Is that womanizing me? Sure. I don't really care.
He doesn't care, and that's the thing. He doesn't care. He's like, is that woman? Yeah, is that sexist? Sure. Is that womanizing me? Sure. Of course you don't care. He doesn't care at all. He just thinks with his dick and not his mind. He just wants what he wants. He just wants it. He doesn't care about them as people.
I'm a 48-year-old man. I never got to
He's 49 now.
fuck a model. This let me fuck a couple of models. Is that wrong?
Well, the way you're going about it, yes. I mean, because the problem is, if you just did this, didn't talk about it, just did it a couple times just to say you experienced it, or for fun, sure, that's fine. I mean, I would disagree with it morally, but my beliefs are different. But that's kind of his business. That's fine. But he gloats about it like he deserves it when he doesn't, and that's my problem with him. And the dude, I think he understands. When he rates him out of 10, this guy's probably like a 2 or a 3. And with his personality, he's a 1. Or can we go negative? He's morbidly obese. He's not good looking. So it's not like you can get lucky here and there and date up and date significantly up. But it's oh my god. He doesn't mean he just deserves. He just flat out deserves just because he deserves. No, you have to, you earn things in life. You don't deserve except for respect. And even then, this guy is starting to lose my respect.
Some of the women in this area that are local and ready to go out. They'll go to dinner with you. They'll go to a show with you. Maybe they'll come back to your place. But they are expecting something in exchange.
Which would be money.
But then it's window shopping, right? Like any other meat market like Tinder, you kind of scroll down.
That's just, and the fact he compares it to that is gross. He's just treating them like objects, and it's disgusting.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's definitely a little thicker than I necessarily would always go for, but there's nothing wrong with that.
And the fact that he says she's a little thicker than I normally go for is also gross, because he is morbidly obese himself, and yet instead of dating in his instead of having sex with people in his range, he's trying to go up, and he's basically fat shaming her. Even a little bit, not majorly, but a little bit, even though that she's only, because they're a little bit thicker than what he normally goes for. I don't like that. He is womanizing. He is being a misogynist. He's treating women like objects. That is disgusting. Men like this are cancer.
So I deserve to go to Disneyland with a beautiful girl, right? I deserve to go to New York and explore Times Square with a beautiful girl, right? Like, I deserve that. And I want that. And
I deserve that, right? No, you don't. I don't think this guy has brain cells. I think he actually lost all of them. I think he was dropped on his head. I think he lost his brain cells, guys. I think he probably smoked a bunch of weed and lost all of his brain cells. He has no brain cells left. Yeah, I deserve that, right? No, you don't, fat piece of shit.
I never had it. Man, if I had that money back, that would be half of my money.
Yeah, if you had that money back, maybe you shouldn't have done that. Maybe you shouldn't have done that. Maybe you should have been smarter. Oh, he'd be like, oh, what? Be smart with my money? Oh, no, that would actually require me to do actual work with my life. Oh, no.
Right now. That $1,000 is my entire health insurance payment. I don't know what the prostitutes did with it. I hope they spent it in good health. But I sure could use that shit right now. You know? You want to go for a walk? So he knows.
We're gonna skip this a little bit.
It kind of sucks. Because I've been playing Magic for 30 years, and some of the cards in this box I opened back in 1994. I opened them in like 96, and I've held on to them ever since. And that's like they're a piece of my childhood. They're a piece of my history. I thought I was going to get buried with this stuff. This is my stuff. This is me. This is part of me. And I made some money off of YouTube last month, but I did not make enough. Without a sponsor or something like that, I'm not making enough. So we're going to go to the game shop. But this is going to keep me from going out on the streets, right? Like, this is going to keep me in a house. So I think it's bittersweet. I think you would find it bittersweet. I'm selling Magic cards on Whatnot. I'm selling collectibles on eBay. I'm selling arcade machines locally. I'll sell it all.
And I'm going to sell enough to help with mortgage, but I'm also going to sell enough to be able to play Magic tonight. Because I don't want people wondering why I'm not there. I don't want people, like, knowing I'm broke. Like, that's embarrassing. I can't afford
Now his logic is kind of dumb. So here's the thing. I'm glad that he would be trying to sell some things, and even things that are hard to get rid of that have sentimental value to you, because that's a hard thing to do, but you do have to do it sometimes in life. Like, gamers might have to sell part of their game collections. I might have to do that someday myself. I have a small game collection, but I have some things here that are valuable, but they also have sentimental value to me, and some of them would be hard, but I would do it if I had to. If that's what you have to do, that is what you have to do. I feel like I don't feel bad for this guy, though. It's relatable, but I don't feel bad for him because he's had it good for so long. I don't feel bad for this man. I just don't. But he also is trying to sell enough to be able to play Magic because he needs $30 to play Magic. And there are card stores that'll let you even borrow a deck to play, but he's probably going to a special event. And the fact that he's looking for the approval of Magic the Gathering players, I mean, the people that are at card stores that play in those card store tournaments, they're not people that you generally want to associate with for the most part. I'm not hating on all Magic the Gathering players. I'm talking about these specific people. It's a specific type of extremists that are like a breed of cancer. You do not want the approval of these people. And if your social life depends on the approval of these people, you're fucked. I mean, that's stupid. But his whole idea of, like, it's embarrassing because, you know, I can't afford this to play Magic, you know. Like, dude, if you miss one session, you miss one session. If you can't afford to play, you just can't afford to play. That's life.
$30 to play Magic? So I'm spending $30 to play Magic tonight.
It's a Magic event he had to pay $30 for.
Okay, so this month I need from you about $1,000 to make mortgage. So I needed to pick out like $1,000 for the stuff. Like, there's a couple of cradles in there. There's a City of Traders in there.
Well, I could do 200 apiece on those.
Wait, hold up.
What?
I like how he's just like, I could do 200 piece on this. He's like, what? He's like, what? He's like, what? What? Hold on, my B-reel's going off. Yeah, my B-reel's going off right now, guys. But yeah, anyways, but yeah, my B-reel went off for a little bit, but okay. Anyways, my B-reel's done. City of Traders, that's a card I wanted to look up. It's a magic card. I want to see what its value is. See, I want to see what its value... Now, its value could have increased or decreased, because this documentary technically came out about 3 weeks ago. I am a little late on it. Okay, so it also is going to also depend on the quality, or on the condition that the card is in. But City of Traders, can go for... Depending on where you kind of get it from, for its condition, so... And its higher conditions, it's around $329.99. And lower qualities, it's more in the 200s. So, and he said he could do about 200 a piece. So that does make sense. So the problem is that he's at a card store and is expecting full value. He probably is expecting full value on a card from a card store, which is stupid, because card stores will never give you full value, and it's just like how pawn shops, they never give you full value on items. The reason why is because they have to be able to make a profit. So if they buy that for full value and then sell it for full value, they make $0 profit, and they can't mark up the price because it'll be a bad deal, and then they can lose business from that. So their best thing to do is, generally speaking, most of their money they're going to get is going to be from sellers. They're just looking to get rid of their stuff, and then they'll give them a price that's less than what it's worth, so that they can sell it for what it's worth, and then make a profit off of it. So even if he buys this card for about $20 less than what it's worth, and then sells it at full value in the store, and someone buys it, he just made $20 from it, because he spent $20 less than what it's worth to get the item, and then he just made $20. So it makes sense for a card store to buy it for this kind of value. This guy, once again, he's being stupid. And he also kind of puts the expectation from him. He says, I need from you $1,000 to make mortgage. So he's dumping problems on this person, relying on this person to make mortgage, which is not fair to him. And it's just stupid. Boogie's just stupid.
Dude, I thought we were looking more like 400, 450.
He just showed him where one of the cards, he was showing him like one of the cards current value is and what it's dropped to, because he thought he was going to be like looking for 400, 450 a piece. It's so funny. It's like those pawn shop moments.
175 is what it's down to.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Looks like
Good lord, that took a beating. Fuck, these are reserved list cards, Glenn.
Yeah.
Reserve list. Hold up. I'm gonna go look that up real quick. Reserve list. Oh, it's magic cards that are on the reserved list. So I'm guessing some of these cards, I don't know everything he's selling. I just know about the City of Traders. But the reserved list is supposed to be is like a list of magic cards that were never reprinted. Never reprinted means that they were only done once. Therefore, their value is higher because duplicate copies were not developed for them. That's the idea of these. I'm not really a big Magic player. I have a few decks, but that's about it. But they have basically a specific reprint policy for these to be considered on the reserved list. But but they have more value on the secondary market because they were not reprinted. But that doesn't mean every single one of them is super valuable.
Oh,
They're not going anywhere but up.
okay.
He's like, they're not going anywhere but up.
Well, you say that, but the dual lands went down.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I'm sorry, it went down.
I mean, yeah, all right. As long as I'm getting mortgage money, as long as I get some cards there, then okay. You gave me these back.
Mhm.
You want to sell them until I come back in here because I'm not going to sell them anybody else to you.
Okay.
Make it 3 chicken quesadillas.
He's like, 3 chicken quesadillas. He's at Taco Bell, by the way.
What's paying for this?
Shit, you're paying me back my hair. That don't hurt.
Dude bought a drink and 3 chicken quesadillas. He spent that much on Taco Bell for one person. You don't need 3 chicken quesadillas. That's a shitload. This guy's a fat fuck.
Yeah, we all look the same in a game shop.
And he loaned it from
because
Mike.
We're fucking outcasts. We're in a kind of small town. We're fucking autistic as shit.
Dude, don't say that. We're autistic as shit. Dude, I'm autistic myself, and homie, I don't have to just play with this small group of magic people. I have friends outside of that. I have non-autistic friends. Most of my friends are not autistic. Like, dude, this dude, the fact, I don't like that he just said autistic as shit. That kind of puts us down a little bit. I don't like that. That's not okay.
Awkward around women. We're awkward
Maybe a little bit ableist.
around people. We don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Awkward around women. As there's a woman right here. As there's a woman right here. Well said. And by the way, there's a lot of non-autistic people that are awkward around women. And there's a way to not be. And I'm not that awkward around women. I talk to women normal. Like they're normal people, because they are.
And then I come back here, and I'm looking at all the shit I need to sell. And I'm surrounded by all...
Look at all this. Look at all this stuff. This would make a shitload. But nope, not selling it.
the shit that I bought for YouTube videos and stuff. And it's hard to not think about what a fuck up I am. But that's why I go to the arcade. That's why I go to play Magic. That's why I have my friends over. Because for just a few hours, I'm not that fuck up from YouTube.
And that is a good thing to do. It is good to have fun here and there, but I think you should be having fun within what you can afford.
I'm just Steve Williams. I'm just me. Magic the Gathering. This is my crack. This is my cocaine. I met him at the magic shop. I met him in the magic shop. Now him I met at the magic shop. This guy I met at the magic shop. This guy I met at the magic shop. This guy I met because he was a roommate with a friend I met at the magic shop. Okay, so I have $1 million question for you.
Now, all these guys, you know, they play Magic together, and that's cool. But listen to this. This part's really important.
Guys, every Saturday we get together. Every Saturday I order what? Pizza, chicken fingers, tacos. Those are the things I normally get us, right?
You know, very, 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 very healthy food. Now, I eat a lot of unhealthy food myself, but I'm trying to diet a little bit. But I'm like, yeah, very healthy food there. Yep, pizza, chicken fingers, tacos.
Like, I normally spend like $150 every Saturday to like feed us.
That's a lot of money, dude. Dude, that's a lot for fucking pizza. Dude, what?
And, like, I showed them my bank books today, and I'm not like, I've never wanted to burden you guys with this, but, like, I'm at a point where saving $300 a month would be useful.
I mean, we've
$600
been
a month.
telling you for years that we don't care about the food that much.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I like having snacks and soda when I'm over here because I don't eat those at my house. But
He looks like he doesn't eat this.
We said it throughout the years. Like, you don't have to feed us, but you do it anyway. So
When are we going to start?
And so here's the thing. A true friend doesn't care how much money you have. A true friend just doesn't care how much money you have. Like for example, thing is, like once again, I don't even have that much right now, but just because I don't have a lot doesn't mean that if I have my friends over, that I don't have to buy a bunch of stuff for them. Real friends, it's good to offer some things as a host, just basic snacks and whatnot. Just buy some potato chips. You can buy some soda cans if you want. Just buy some chips or whatever. You don't have to spend money on eating out all the time, or ordering delivery or takeout or stuff like that. Once again, real friends will stay with you through the good times and the hard times, and I believe these guys when they say that they've said you don't have to feed us, but he chooses to do it anyways because he wants to kind of show off and be like, look at me, look at how much money I got. But now he's like, I'm broke, guys. I'm broke. Look how broke I am.
Bringing girlfriends around. Also, whenever you start bringing girlfriends around that aren't hookers.
He's like, when are we gonna start bringing girlfriends around? Like, homie, he's acting like they've just been hiding their girlfriends from him, and then he's like, when are we gonna bring ones that aren't hookers? Only he's brought the hookers, homie.
Because that's all I brought around for 5 years. I mean, like, we haven't had like legitimate girlfriends ever.
And I like how he's just putting everyone down. He's like reminding them about the fact they haven't had legitimate girlfriends for a while. It's just so sad. I feel bad for these people, and all these people are now going to say good things about him.
About what people think about him a lot. He's a fun person to be around and to laugh and make jokes with. Sometimes we open up and we have like really personal conversations, and I enjoy getting to know him in that way as well.
Willing to do things for us. He's offered to, take care of us or offered us a room if he needs it. He's still going to make some of the same jokes. We all have a sort of dry sense of humor.
Sincere kindness. It doesn't always show up, but he does have it.
I think as long as he stops tweeting the N-word, he'll be fine.
Watch this part. Oh, wait, guys. Wait for it. Wait for it.
The N-word is just a word.
First reaction. The N-word is just a word. It's not like it's offensive or anything. It's just a word. Just a word.
If you guys left and these cameras weren't rolling and I was sitting here alone in the dark and I said the N-word, there's no magic power to it.
So say it.
Oh no, I'm not going to say it on camera where it could hurt somebody.
The problem with this guy. Problem with him. He's like, the N-word is just a word. I mean, you have to give it power for it to mean something. And then he's like, okay, then say it. If you think that, then say it. He's like, no, it's gonna hurt someone because the cameras are on and everything. It's like, dude, you can't try to be super edgy and then back off. Just like, and also, even then, I don't think saying the N-word's okay. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get magic power from saying it necessarily, but just because of that, it doesn't mean that I should be saying it. It's not something that should be said. Period. I don't care who you are. That's a word that should never be said. There are a few words to me that should never be said. One of them is the N-word. The other one is a word that starts with a C, and it's very degrading to say to women. And I also don't like the R word that much either. Those are words I really don't like saying or hearing. And I don't remember if I've said the R word before, but the other two, I don't remember really saying them. Ever before. Not that I can remember. And I never want to say them. And I don't want to say the R word ever again. And I've only said it here and there, or to give an example, but I don't like that word either. Those are like the three words I just don't like. I don't want to hear or say.
I like offensive humor. I like dark jokes. I say fucked up shit.
I do too, but dude.
Cancer, rape, murder, child abuse. The darker it is.
The darker it is, he's going to say the darker it is, the more important it is to make fun of it. He basically discovered what comedians have understood for years, that it's important to make jokes about controversial topics. because they're jokes and it brings light to things. However, this is not a new concept, and there's a difference between that and just basically giving yourself an excuse to say the N-word.
The more important it is to make jokes about it.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. I mean, I didn't go through it. I'm still where she's dead. And, yeah, so fuck her. And now she's dead. That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color, or is it not? I don't know. Someone says you can't put your finger into a clitoris. Somebody here doesn't have a scalpel handy. You splay that fucker just right, you can wrap it all around your fingers. You just gotta shave real thin.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that's disturbing. That's the most fucked up thing. No, I plan to shoot you, bud.
You pointing a gun at me?
Yes.
It's one thing to have offensive humor. It's another thing to say some of the things that he just said. Like say, I don't know, is that a lot of money for a person of color? Or it's just, and other stuff like that. Or talking about sexual womanization in that way. I mean, dude. He fired a warning shot and got convicted for a felony of aggravated assault. Which, by the way, before he came to this guy's house, he basically said, "Oh, you can't drive. Come down, show up. You can't drive 4 miles to do that." And he shot it in the air, which you can't do because if you shoot a warning shot in the air, that bullet could still fall and hit something or hurt someone. Because when it goes airborne, it doesn't just dissolve. If you're ever gonna shoot a warning shot, which you just shouldn't be doing, for the most part, you shoot it in the ground and you don't shoot it towards the person, because then their life will feel threatened. If someone is threatening your life, then sure, I could understand you firing a warning shot, but you fire it at the ground away from the person. Also, I doubt he felt threatened, because once again, the night before, he was daring him basically to come on over and saying that he would kill him and take pleasure in it.
Is this what we have to do?
Where it really went south is when one guy spent like a month of his time gathering every link, every video clip, everything I'd ever said or done since 1998, and he compiled it into this one huge mega thread. It's like 10, 15 pages long. And every time my name would get mentioned on Reddit moving forward, they would all link to that mega thread. Well, these people on Reddit began to bombard my sponsors to make...
So here's some things. Some of these things are not true, but a lot of them are. Abused his wife. I don't think he ever physically abused his wife. He probably could have emotionally abused her. Supported child abusers. I'm not going to really say that he did that. I don't think he had attraction to minors. Mocked racial minorities. He has. Lied about mental health diagnoses. Not really. Claimed good things came from the Holocaust. He did claim that in a live stream. Threatened to kill his own dog. I don't remember that exactly. Used his friend's death to promote a new channel. I think he might have done that. Made fun of a child for having divorced parents. I think he's done that. Threatened suicide to guilt fans to support. He's definitely done that. Faked harassment emails to gain sympathy. I'm sure he's done that. Flirted with friend's widow after his death. I can believe that, but I'm not 100% sure. Misused Patreon funds on personal toys. I definitely believe that. Manipulated his sugar babies and girlfriends. He definitely did that. Lied about weight loss progress to gain support. He probably did that. Blamed his audience for not meeting New Year's resolutions. I don't remember that, but I'm not. I mean, if he did that, I wouldn't be surprised. Keep in mind, guys, in 1998, in the early 2000s, before YouTube, he ran an adult video blog. It was basically a blog online about porn, and he had some really gross things posted on there. And it was even the people on the blog didn't like him. And that was way back when. So he's been a shitty person all along. He's just been hiding it. Once again, this was once the Mr. Rogers of YouTube, guys.
Make me look as bad as possible. Every time I got a new sponsor, they would bombard me. And eventually they dropped me.
Are you ready? Are you ready to step back into 1988? You ready to go back to my childhood? Because that's what's behind the star. You know what? Do you want to know what this represents to me? This is everything that was good about my childhood. And when I walk back in here, it's like going back in time, except things aren't completely shitty. So this is the classic. I mean, I even have a Pac-Man tattoo. This is the game I most identify with because it's about a little round guy running through a maze, trying to figure shit out, eating everything in sight, and getting chased by ghosts of his past. So I'm basically Pac-Man.
Not a bad comparison. I understand why he identifies with Pac-Man.
I mean, look at the guy. He looks like me. I might have
Sprained his ankle while walking back. Now that I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh at all this stuff, but that's just too damn hilarious for me. Like, that is just too damn hilarious.
sprained it or broken it or something. I was walking to the bathroom in there, and there was a loud snap sound, and things kind of shifted in one direction, and now my foot is swelling into my shoe, and it hurts really badly. It's the fun part about being old and fat. You never know. You don't know if you'll wake up tomorrow. You don't know if today is that stroke or heart attack you've been waiting on, or if it's going to be a healthy day and you feel real good for a change. You never know. So I don't know. You're gonna fucking be today.
Nice.
Do I think I'll make 50? Yeah, probably. That's only 2 years away. Do I think I'll make 60, which is 12 years away? Probably not.
Even though he could actually start taking care of himself and better his health, he actually could do that.
Here's everything that's wrong with Boogie. Low testosterone, testicular hypogonadism, sleep apnea, swelling due to blockages of lymphatic flow, seborrheic eczema, chronic back pain, protein in urine. That's from kidney damage, folks.
That is everything keeping me alive. We have losartan, tramadol, bupropion, sertraline.
I like how he's also acting. He's just acting so proud that he has all these problems. It's stupid.
Did I deal with back pain? I deal with nightmares. I'm always tired. I don't know the last time I did sleep. Otherwise, if I don't wear this machine at night, when I'm supposed to be sleeping, I'm actually drowning in my own fat.
High blood pressure, history of gastric bypass, intestinal malabsorption, vitamin D sufficiency, because like most gamers, I hate the sun, morbid obesity, major depressive disorder, major anxiety disorder, history of diabetes mellitus, blood pooling in veins, varicose veins of the legs with complications, degeneration of lumbar or lumbosacral intervertebral disc. That means my back don't work so good. History of basal cell carcinoma, that's cancer. And of course I can't breathe so good, so asthma and allergies as well.
And then he throws his phone like it's a mic drop, which he shouldn't be doing if you throw in his phone if he's got that $0 net worth, guys. But anyways, most of those problems are problems that are morbid. They're related to his morbid obesity and could actually be solved. Now, I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying a lot of those problems, if he loses the weight, which is hard to do, but it takes hard work, but you can do it and take better care of himself. If he does all that, then he will. A lot of those problems will be lessened or go away.
So, it's a waiting game now, and it's just about making the best of it. Just enjoy what you got when you got it. Sometimes that's a chicken quesadilla.
He uses all that as an excuse to keep eating all the stuff that's bad for him and get fatter and fatter. And he should not be using that. He's basically wanting to be a professional victim.
I wanted to make like a documentary that was generally entertaining. You realize, wait a second, everything he says is depressing. Everything he says is like the saddest shit I've ever heard.
That would be half of my mortgage right now.
And it's just about making the best of it.
This is the first documentary I'm doing. I can't put out a documentary that's this guy the whole time, because I don't want my brand new channel to be known as making documentaries about the most depressing people that exist. It's just like, what the fuck happened to this guy? What the fuck happened to Boogie?
Well, he's losing what made people originally like him. It could be as simple as just that positive attitude.
Why not use your only life to make the lives around you better? Fuck you. It's none of your fucking business. It's my body. It's my choice. Eat shit.
And over time, in the content, we see this shift where he starts to become more interested in money.
I just like making content. I just like talking to a camera. I just like doing cool stuff. I just want ad revenue. I just want YouTube to pay me a fair amount. It's all I've ever wanted, right?
And his concerns about money.
If I could teach you anything, it's to hold on to the money you get.
Oh, are you trying to manipulate people into giving you money?
The answer is yes. Give me some money.
And more interested in complaining.
I couldn't be more grateful. I couldn't be more grateful to people. Want to come? Thank you.
I'm a walking embarrassment, dude.
We do. Look.
This guy focuses so much on oh, woe is me, send me money to keep me alive. You know, I'm not going to go get no job, just send me money, send me money, send me money. I take no personal accountability for myself or anything like that. Just send me all the money. I deserve it, I deserve it, I deserve it because I'm a YouTuber, and, you know, just send me all your guys' money so that I can pay off all my stuff. You know, pay me, you know, I'll make you guys go bankrupt as long as it makes me the money. Dude. And he's so negative, and if you're negative for so long, people just get sick and tired of it. And he doesn't want to be helped. He wants to be a victim. This guy likes being miserable, which is possible. There are people that like being miserable. This guy is one of them. This guy likes being miserable. He's stupid. He likes being miserable, and he's a misogynist too. Remember that. Womanizer. Got a little bit of ableism inside of him. Racism here, more like wrong timing for racist jokes is more what he does. But this guy's just, I don't like. He's terrible, and I'm surprised he still has fans. I'm surprised he still has supporters, because look at what kind of person he is, and he's been like this all along. He just is only now coming out of his shell and showing it. I feel bad for the woman that married him at one point. Glad she got divorced from him.
Look at me. I'm fucking disgusting. Better, I'm a piece of shit.
I will never function the way you function. It's not possible.
That's why if you're griping to your viewers, if you're complaining to your subscribers, I mean, that just leaves a sour taste in people's mouths.
I think my window's closing. And if it's not closing already, it's already closed.
Right, so if there was money to be made in making people feel depressed, I think Boogie would be in the right business.
Like, that's just my life philosophy at this point. Just face down in the mud. That's pretty much how we live our lives.
That's right around the corner. Like, I have to sell this place. I have to tap into the equity to survive. Like, that's the last of my money. And so much of that money is going to doctor's appointments and tests, and all of that is just to fucking stay alive.
There are plenty of different content creators that have various mental illnesses all over social media. And some just say, it is what it is, and this is what I'm going to do. Boogie tends to be really obsessed with this idea that...
Actually, he's obsessed with his idea that he's just obsessed with it to the point where he basically just thinks that he's the best thing ever and everyone needs to give him all the money in the world, you know, because woe is me, feel bad for me, I need all this money.
It's favorable to have people feel sorry for you and that kind of victim mentality where you can get further in life if people have compassion on you, regardless of the reason they're doing it.
I look awful. If I look like I've been through hell over the last couple of days, it's because I have been. Most notably, I ruined my body. Like Jerry, I ruined my own career. Maybe it was the imposter syndrome. Maybe it's because it's been a method of, I think covert narcissism is the right phrase. Like, oh, look at how pathetic I am. You should...
He basically gives himself covert narcissism.
You would never be mean to me because I'm so pathetic, right? Oh, I'm so fat, I'm so weird, I'm so goofy.
Which is a real diagnosis, by the way.
I grew up in an abusive family.
Sorry for coughing.
The amount of pain that's in my head and my heart is...
So vulnerable narcissism has a number of characteristics. A person can be considered a vulnerable narcissist without having them all. So with vulnerable narcissism or covert narcissism, we see pessimism.
I feel defeated and confused and lost all the time, every day.
Hypersensitivity to criticism.
I can't handle this kind of hate.
Not being able to handle criticism is terrible and gets you nowhere in life. You do need to be able to handle criticism and be receptive to feedback.
I can't handle these types of attacks. I can't do it.
Reactive anger, so they're not really thinking things through.
Is this what I have to do?
Who goes by Boogie2988 was booked into the jail this morning.
Need for admiration.
Can I get a round of applause?
The self-centeredness.
I'm the perfect victim. I have been victimized my entire life.
The sense of entitlement.
You guys want to help me pay for my Tesla? Please go ahead and dig deep.
Oh yeah, he bought a Tesla when he really couldn't afford it. Or at least that's what he said. And he is expecting fans to help him pay for his Tesla, which is stupid.
Sure would like a free fucking Tesla.
Believing oneself to be special.
How many kids went on to get 4.5 million YouTube subscribers?
One.
Steven Williams!
You're just watching the same things over and over again.
What's up? Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Boogie2988 coming at y'all with the power of the internet. This is my rambling series, my blog series. We're talking about life, the universe, and particularly interesting to me.
Boogie2988.
His fall from grace is so catastrophic.
Not happy about it.
People are sick of the shtick.
And what would you recommend to him now to get his viewers back?
I don't think he's getting his viewers back. I don't think that's a possibility. I think the only thing to do now is go a different angle. But I don't even know if that's possible. I mean, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but how do you change yourself? Like, viewers are smart. Like, they want to see you.
Yeah, viewers have gotten smarter over the years. So I would say that a lot of viewers, they... And I'm a viewer myself, but a lot of viewers, they want your personality the most. So Boogie would have to change himself as a person for his new personality to be authentic, and then he could get views. But with his current personality, that's just not going to happen. And if you think about it, his personality for a while has been fake. His whole Mr. Rogers thing.
They want to see what you're interested in. I don't know, you got to get a job. maybe in this case, GameStop.
That'd be a terrible place to work. He completely botches this interview, by the way, guys.
Don, I'm Boogie, or Steve.
Okay, what do you prefer to be called?
Honestly, probably Steve. Let's go with Steve.
Okay, Steve. No problem. Whatever you...
Oh. Yeah, this is done with a staffing agency. They were not aware of his content.
And so you are here today because you are seeking employment.
Yeah.
You're seeking out new work opportunities.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your background and where you think you want to go with the experience that you already have.
I did work at a small gaming store back in 2006, 2007. I am disabled.
He lays out everything, but at least working in a game store is something.
Recognized by the state of Arkansas, but also the United States government. There's that. Now, the downside of that is I am extremely depressed, so there's some mental health issues that we bring to the table. And then physically, I am morbidly obese. I have no references, no work history, and no education. And when you Google my name, you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife, and I'm also a pedophile. Should mention I'm also a felon.
Okay. What's the nature of your felony?
Aggravated assault.
How old is it?
About 2 years.
Okay. So I think there are some avenues you could explore.
See, the problem, and she's going to lay it out to him. He lays out all of his problems. What he really should have done is say, hey, I've not worked at a place since 2007. That person that I worked for is now deceased. Therefore, because in a video he did state that, not in this documentary, but in a video he did. He should have said that and then say, like, so I don't really have any real references to go off of. I'm kind of like starting fresh, starting new, looking for a more entry level kind of job, which actually he could have probably worked at like a McDonald's or something. You won't make a lot, but you can do something. But he could also potentially though get a job, like a $15 an hour job that's remote, where you do like data entry, or telemarketing. It's not a lot of money, but it's better than him going solely off of his YouTube money. And he could try to work as many hours as he can to make more of that money, so that to help him pay the bills. It's just, if he does that and YouTube, he could do better. But he lays out all of his disability and mental health problems and all that. The felony is going to be the hardest part for him. Because it'll restrict him from a lot of jobs due to his felony and what kind of felony it was and how long ago it was. But that's his biggest issue is the felony.
I definitely don't think it's impossible.
It's not.
But you have some challenges. Yeah. Lots of things in life are about your mindset, and you're using weight and disability. I can't. If that is the attitude that you're going to have when you approach everything, then you can't. And you won't.
And he's not going to. This man doesn't want to change. He's not going to pursue that at all. He's not going to try to change himself. So he's not going to be able to get these jobs if he doesn't change himself.
I did work in the porn industry for the better part of 7 years.
He did not actually work in the porn industry for 7 years. He ran a blog, a porn blog, for like years ago, and he also did web development for some porn sites. That's what he did. He wasn't actually in the industry. What he could have done from that is say, I have 7 years in web development. Now, she could ask what companies, and he would unfortunately have to cite what kind of companies they are, but he did have legit job skills. Web development is a legit skill. It doesn't matter if it was for a porn site or not. It is a legit skill. The fact that he words it as and makes it something so negative, like I was in the porn industry, it's terrible.
So,
be real with me. Do you really think it would be a good idea to go to a real interview and reference porn?
No.
It depended on the job, I would think. Like at a strip club, maybe, but probably not in a more professional setting, I would say.
What would you think his chances are here of getting employment in the next 3 months?
I'm not sure. When it comes to the felony, we would have to seek corporate approval for that sort of charge in order to proceed forward with a candidate. They would ultimately be the ones to make the decision as to whether or not we would feel comfortable presenting someone like that to our clients. Violent felonies, violent crimes, or sexual crimes.
Hey, Mike. Listen, dude. I know we're making this documentary and everything, and I know you think I need to get a real job, but I just want to let you know I'm not going to. I'm not going to walk into some job when I have 4 million subscribers on YouTube. I'm one of the original YouTubers. What I'm going to do instead is go back to making content, go back to telling stories and entertaining people and making money doing it. You want to check back with me in a couple
Look at this guy's facial reaction. It's just hilarious because he's basically like, he's just like, because Boogie's like, I'm not just gonna go into some job when I'm one of the original YouTubers, dude. Homie, my guy, I don't care. You're not too good for a real job. You're not too good for a real job. PewDiePie's not even too good for a real job, dude. Okay? I don't care that you're one of the original YouTubers and that you have 4 million subscribers. No one cares. You are not too good for a job. He is so self-centered and thinks that it's all about him in life. It's all about him. All about him. Me. It's his mindset. His mindset is only thinking about himself. That's all he cares about. He cares about himself, no one else, and he thinks he's too good for real jobs or normal job or just getting a normal job. He's too good for that. You know, he has to. He should, you know, YouTube is where his money is, where he should only be doing. He should only do that. It's stupid. It's stupid.
couple of months. Let's see how things are going. All right? I'll talk to you then.
Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Good job.
Yeah, so I mean, things aren't great. People are still mad at me on YouTube. My view numbers are pretty much close to zero. I'm having trouble breaking 10K on an upload right now. And not everything is bad. I've got at least one good thing going on. Can I show you?
This part absolutely flabbergasts me, by the way.
So this is Desi. You can call her Desiree.
Who has the same name. The same name. Hold on, I'm getting a call. Alright, I am now back. I received a phone call from the Columbus Blue Jackets. I'm trying to I want to go to a game soon. I'm a big Blue Jackets fan. I'm from Cincinnati though, so I've never been to one, but I'll go to one eventually. But yeah, she has the same name as his ex-wife, which is interesting. She also has red hair, just like his ex-wife.
Yep, that's right.
She's 20 years old, by the way, guys.
Months. Yeah.
Ew. That's gross.
That
is gross.
I don't know what it was. I guess it's his energy, his curly hair, his glasses. I must be into nerds. I don't know. He's just adorable to me. I like him. He was going through a lot, and I randomly hit him up on Instagram, and I told him that
Hey Boogie, I think you're really cute, all this stuff, and you're good. You know, she's being a supportive fan. She's being a supportive fan and all that, and letting him know he's always here for him. And you know, here's the thing. And then he responds to a 20-year-old. She was actually 19 when they met, by the way.
It started from there.
On paper, it just doesn't really add up.
Would love to meet you.
Makes sense on paper, but then practice in reality.
The problem is he's dating a 20-year-old, and this part's also gross to me. He's dating a 20-year-old when he's 49, and it's you later. We're gonna see some of her psychological trauma. So she's actually mentally damaged, and the fact that he's taking advantage of a mentally damaged 20-year-old is terrible. And this makes him even more disgusting, and I get more disgusted with him in this. Like, basically, guys, I'm gonna get even more. If you guys thought the hooker part pissed me off, this is even worse to me.
There was just something there.
Because where you bring real feelings into
crazy,
it.
But I just felt it. I felt an energy connection to him before I even met him, and I don't know, that's just how it is.
And then the longer we spent talking, I don't know, eventually you just realize we're the same person, doing the same thing, living the same lives, just at different stages. And
I can see myself getting married to Boogie.
I could definitely see us getting married.
No. They've known each other for 3 months. Which, by the way, that's not the part that makes me think weirdly. Because there are people that know each other for a few months, then get married, and they do live long, happy marriages. But the fact he's 49 and she's 20, that is too big of an age difference. Put it this way. My grandpa and my step grandma have an age difference, a decent age difference. It's about like a 10. I think it's about. It's not like it's like a 15-year age difference. So it's an age difference, but like when they met, she was like well into her 20s, and he was like I think like in his 30s or something like that. Like he was like in his late 30s, but she was like well into her 20s when they met. Like when they met and started dating, she was well into her 20s. So she was not like a 20-year-old, which is someone that's only been an adult for a few years. That they're just 20 years old. She was like 28 or something like that. She was in her 20s. Well into it. But that's different than a 29-year age difference, and this woman is 20 years old. This is not a good age difference. And the fact they're already talking about marriage, ew. It's gross. And this is all just bad. It's all bad.
In fact, we may or may not have talked about it a little bit, and we may or
and she's young, so she's gonna be like, ooh, marriage, all that stuff. I get that. Hold on, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I'm back. But yeah, the way they're going about somebody fell. Well, but the way they're going about this whole ordeal, I mean, this you find out later that this girl is kind of mentally broken, and he's just taking advantage of her, and it pisses me off.
sat around fantasizing about it and thinking about what it's going to look like, and I called you wifey the other day, and you loved it. You were so there for it. If I proposed right now on camera, what would you do?
I'd say yes.
But no pressure. If I propose on camera right now, what would you say?
That's a good sign.
Boogie has improved my life tremendously. He just makes me happy, the happiest I've ever been. And I'm not alone, and so that he just completes me. Growing up without a father figure has its challenges. Like, you just don't have that support system that you would, and the advice that you need. And so it's just difficult. I don't ever want to be alone. That's another thing. Maybe that's why I have stuffed animals. I don't ever want to be alone.
Another girl that's into some childish things was going to feed into his fetish from earlier.
And so it's just nice to have company. I help with the dogs.
Moved in after 3 months of dating. But yeah. Damn.
I get him his water, like whatever he wants and requests, I just mainly is to take care of him. He takes care of me, so. Yeah, sometimes I pick weed.
See, she does the chores for him and all this stuff. And the thing is, she doesn't have a father figure. That's what's really sad, and she doesn't ever want to be alone, which means that she can be locked with this guy just because of that, and he can take advantage of that, and clearly that is what he is doing, being a 49-year-old with a 20-year-old. It's disgusting.
Weeds out here, so, because, like, it makes it look better. Trying to trim down these vines, but I'm not doing a good job. I don't do this very much.
You know, I used to have a theory, Mike, that if you are a 40-year-old man and you have a Snapchat, that means you're a creepy dude. Turns out my theory was right. I have a Snapchat, and I am a creepy dude.
And he's proud of that. That's terrible. You should not be creepy. That's disgusting. This guy has a lot of problems with him.
I found that person and they happen to be 20. And I get that it's creepy to date somebody half your age or younger, but people can call me creepy if they want. If she's happy and I'm happy, then I will be the biggest creep you need me to be, as long as her and I are happy. You can be as mad as you want.
Logical thinking like that is terrible. This guy is happy and fine with being a creep. He's disgusting. This guy's terrible. See, he's taking advantage of a 20-year-old, which is, it's so wrong. It is so wrong, and he knows it. He knows it and doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit about her. I bet you he doesn't. If he cared about her, he would let her know that he's not right for her, at least not in that moment. But he doesn't. Because it's all about him. It's all about him.
Sexually, we both seem to be having an excellent time.
I would say that's the best I ever had. What? You are...
Okay, so we're going to kind of skip all these intimate parts. Yep, it's right there. They go to a date at a comedy show. I don't want to watch those intimate parts. And he says, like, their sex life's good. This is gross. I don't want to think about that. Gross. To him, this is what he gets from her. He gets sex, so he's happy. And he gets I'm not alone. Like a companionship, but he's not in love with her. I don't think he's in love with her. She's in love with him. He's not in love with her. She could definitely do so much better than him. I hope that this relationship ends soon and she finds someone that's actually good for her. And, you know, hey, she's in Arkansas. Is he going to say she's in Arkansas 8? Guess not. Your tickets $50, drinks $27. Jeez.
A samurai on vacation?
By the way, they're at a comedy show, and he likes all this edgy humor. And when you're at a comedy show, edgy humor's pretty good. So here's his reaction to it.
I was going to ask if you could see it.
Here, and I think, what are you, a YouTuber or something?
Yeah, I've been on YouTube for about 17 years.
You've been on YouTube for 17 years?
About 4 million subscribers.
Okay, and this is your girlfriend, who is much younger than you, suspiciously.
To be fair, when I first saw her walk on the camera, I for a minute thought to myself, is that a child? Did he secretly have a daughter he was hiding from us this entire time? Because she does kind of look like a child. No offense to her.
It's never good when you say, well, she's an adult.
You have to point out that she's an adult. Like, that just... Now, the guy's making a joke out of it, but it's creepy. It's gross. It's ick. This guy should give every girl the biggest ick ever. It's funny. It's a funny comedy show. Please stop. Please stop, Kiss. Please stop. Please stop.
And I hate it when people single us out. I hate it when people, like,
you're gonna do that though, it's to be expected. You're right.
Look. She tells him, it's to be expected. He's like, I hate it when they point us out. I hate it when they point us out. I hate it when they point us out. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. Once again. But yeah, she's like, it's to be expected, which it is. He's like, I hate when they pick on people at comedy shows. That's what they do, dude. They pick it's just for jokes. They aren't being serious. And he's like, whining like a little baby. Okay. And then she's like, well, it's gonna be expected.
Right, we're different, but...
Yeah, you're different.
Yeah,
but
fuck.
he's like, but fuck them, right? She's like, yeah. He's like, they're dicks, man. They're terrible. You picked on us because we look different. Same guy that likes edgy humor.
He's not manipulating me.
She's incorrect, but I can understand why she doesn't know that he is. But she's incorrect. He is manipulating her.
I love him for him. He doesn't control me.
I think he controls you a little bit.
We're a team. He supports me.
I don't think you guys are a team. I don't think he supports you that much. He gives you what you think is support.
And everything I do and everything I want, he's my support system.
When one person is your only support system, that's not a good sign. I'm just saying, guys, that's not a good sign. You need to be a support system for yourself, and then you also have to have other friends and family that can help support you. But you don't rely on just one person to be your support system, because then that gives that person a mental advantage over you, and they can take advantage of you. And Boogie obviously does this. Boogie's a terrible person. Also, by the way, guys, my name is Steven, so he makes my name look bad.
Let me get a McCrispy Deluxe combo. Make it large.
What do I think?
McDonald's for two. The way they put for two. Now, to be fair, that is kind of how much it would cost for 2 McDonald's meals. But once again, it might be better to start cooking, maybe buy groceries, and then cook at home. You know, to not only eat better food, but to spend less money. Because of fast food be expensive. I'm just saying, guys. It now costs like normal restaurant prices.
Think about his dire financial situation. I think it's scary. That he might lose it all in a day. He might just be homeless one day. But
So if I'm broke, if I go broke, okay, if we end up back on disability and it's me, you, and Chad living in some small apartment and we're eating McDonald's every day, and
by the way, Chad is his longtime roommate of many years. He just never is seen on camera or in this documentary.
that's treating ourselves. You gonna be able to handle that?
Yeah,
You
I guess
stay in
it's
that?
Wait, hold up. Let me see that
Chad,
part
eating
again.
McDonald's every day in our small, cute apartment.
Because I mean, in
It's
that,
me, you, Chad.
treating ourselves. Some small apartment, and we're eating McDonald's every day, and that's treating ourselves. You gonna be able to handle that?
Yeah,
You
I
stay
guess
in
it's
that?
me.
And he's dragging her down with them, and he manipulated her to where she's like, yeah, I'll go down with you already. But yeah, the fact that he's just like, yep, we're eating McDonald's. Dude, you won't even be able to afford to eat McDonald's every day. McDonald's is expensive. They'll basically have to, like... And so what if you live in a small apartment? Guess what? Sometimes you downsize. That's how life works. But he doesn't want to give up his big $250,000 house, you know. You don't want to give it up. His nice house, you know. But... Because he won't give this house up if he can't help it. He really should sell it and sell a lot of his assets and downsize.
You, Chad, eat McDonald's every day in our small, cute apartment.
Because I mean, I'm hopeful that people will go back to watching us on YouTube. I'm hopeful that people will like, you know, I can go back to
I hope they'll give me money so that I don't have to get a job.
live streaming full time again and do like 6-hour live streams like every other streamer and like grind it out. But I mean, there is a very real possibility that one day I won't be able to do that anymore, and we're gonna have to live off of whatever we can.
Get a job, please. It's actually not that hard. What he doesn't understand, and yeah, I got really close to the mic for this, but you know, it's just because this really to make my point here. This idiot. You can do a remote job. You can do jobs where you sit on your ass all day and do data entry or telemarketing or a call center. There are jobs where you can sit on your ass all goddamn day. This man don't realize that. He's stupid. Or, actually, no, he does know it, but he's too lazy. He lazy fuck.
As long as I have you, that's all I need.
Have you ever thought about the fact that she's just waiting you out and trying to take your 401k when you die?
I'm broke.
You're broke.
I'm broke, yeah.
4 million subscribers.
Even if he does go broke.
Yeah, you're broke. Yeah, 4 million. Yeah, 4 million subscribers. I mean, to be fair, that is true. You have 4 million subscribers, but you're broke. Wow.
Has to sell that house. I'm still gonna be by his side. He's a little.
It's good that she's a woman that does commit in a relationship, but the fact that but just the fact that this woman, or no, sorry, the fact, so she is willing to be with him no matter what. She's someone that can be committed, that has commitment and all that good stuff, which is good. But this is the wrong person to be committed to. So, and now my cats come up here to join me. But hold on one second. Back once again. I had to go get my dog. But anyways, he was barking a lot. I didn't want to keep him waiting too long. But this is the wrong person to be committed to. Clearly the wrong person to be committed to, because he's just not a good person. He doesn't love her, and the thing is, if you go broke, if you try to at least do something about it and get a job, which this guy isn't even doing, bare minimum, that's at least something that's worth staying with someone for and fighting for. He's just not worth it. And I hope she realizes that soon.
That I love and I care about, and there's only one of them.
I also feel like a lot like he's lying about how much money he has. For some reason, I just feel like he's lying, and I feel like he has more than he says he has, and this is just to gain all sympathy and go, woe is me, woe is me. But if this is real of how much he actually has, it shows how stupid he is and how lazy he is, that he won't go get a job. And no wonder. He sucks.
And so I'm not just gonna up and leave him for money, because money's an issue.
Because I love him, and just imagining a life without him is difficult.
It is, yeah. And when you love someone, that is difficult.
I mean, my biggest fear is dying, though.
Dude, you don't care about her. You don't care about her.
Die in the next 2 or 3 years on her, that's just gonna ruin her life.
Dude, Dying on her at all would ruin her life. And here's the thing. His best way to avoid that is if you break up with her sooner. The sooner you break up with her, the less it would hurt if you died. You won't have to worry about that. Instead of her being hurt from you breaking up with her, basically if you break up with her, she'll be hurt from that, but she'll recover. Versus you stay with her, get what you can out of it, and then just drop dead. And then she has so much of her. She's 20 years old. Like, then you have all, like, it's just gonna destroy her. Yeah. And you know how to avoid that? You wanna know how to avoid that? Break up with her. But he's not gonna do that. Because he's selfish. He wants the sex. He wants the companionship. It's all about him. It's all about him. He don't care about her. He doesn't give a single fuck about this person. And he doesn't care that he's using her, and that he's a misogynist, and that he's a terrible person. He doesn't care. As long as he's happy, which he's also happy being miserable, but yet complains, even though it's his fault he's miserable. If he's as long as he's happy, that's all there is. As long as he's happy and lives his own little fantasy, that's all that matters. Sick fucker.
I really want you to understand how actually sick I am.
And now he's gonna dump all of his problems on her, on camera.
Like, I don't know if you actually get it.
He's basically gonna show her what he showed us earlier.
This is everything that's currently wrong with me. My risk for stroke or heart attack is astronomical. I am essentially a walking time bomb. And I'm so fucking sorry for that. I really, really wish I had taken better care of my body.
Yeah, I know.
And I like, okay, dude, he acts like it's too late. The guy's 49. He's like, yep, I wish I took care of my body. You still can. He acts like he's dead. Like it's like he's a ghost. He acts like he's dead. He basically acts like he's just a dead person. That's just what he acts like to me. He acts like he's a dead person. It's so cringe. It is so cringe. He acts like he's dead. It is just so cringe. The fact that he acts like he's basically dead. It's so stupid. And he basically trapped her now. Now she can't leave, because if she leaves, it's going to be, you're leaving me because I'm dying and you're terrible. You won't stay with me the last few days to keep me happy and stop me from being alone. Because he don't want to be alone. She doesn't want to be alone. He basically trapped her. And now she feels like she's going to have to stay. And it's disgusting. He is manipulating her and using her. This is a terrible man. This is a terrible man.
I'll never be ready for it, but I know. I don't want you to be alone.
See, I don't want you to be alone. And look, he made her break down and cry. I bet you he feels really happy with himself right there. He's like, yes, I got her. Yes, I got her. I'm glad she's crying with all these tears. I'm glad she's crying with her tears and all this. I'm glad she's sad. I'm glad about all this stuff. I'm like, dude, what a terrible person. This guy is what we call human piece of shit.
I've talked to my therapist since me and her have been together about overcoming it. My therapist keeps telling me the same thing. When you learn to love yourself, all these things will fall into place, and we just got to teach you the skills. And then I turn to my doctor.
That is true. That is true, though, for the most part. That is true. You do have to... Now, you can't have it all be about yourself. But you do need to be able to love yourself to be able to love others. You do need to be able to love yourself. Even in religion, it's talked about to love yourself. Now, you don't love yourself to the point where... I don't think you should love yourself to the point where, you love yourself so much and, you're better than everyone. And you just love yourself and only care about yourself, or you worship yourself as a god or whatever. But you need to love yourself, at least to an extent. to be happy and to be able to make others happy.
Doctor, and I'm like, what do we do? He's like, you've had bypass surgery. You lost 200 pounds. What more can I do for you? I'm like, fix it, dude. Help fix it. And then they're telling me that I'm the one that has to fix it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Well, guess what? When you have a surgery, that's typically, that's all they can really do to help you fix it. They can maybe send you to a dietitian. They can send you to, like, a dietitian, and that's about it. Like they could, like, send them to a dietitian, but that's about it. There's not much else that they could do. He has to lose the rest of the weight on his own. He lost 200 pounds from the bypass surgery, from the surgery, so, which is good. But his problem is that he needs to now he needs to take his own steps to lose weight. It's not as simple as just fix it. And yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing. Well, yeah, you can figure out what you're doing. You can do research. You can go to dietitians and say, hey, how can I, like, lose weight? Like, what can I do for myself to lose weight? Not what can you do to put surgery on me to lose weight. What can I do to lose weight?
And I'm making less and less every month, and I'm scared shitless.
And now, making his way to the ring.
This was him and Wings of Redemption, who's another YouTuber that I think is, like, considered morbidly obese or something. They basically got into a boxing match, and Wings completely destroyed him, like, in 10 seconds. Keemstar put the fight together. I don't like Keemstar, by the way.
This fight pays $10,000. No chance against me. Shut the fuck up. People are going to see me win this thing. This is where I turn it all around. Right.
And then he loses. He doesn't even get a punch in. But we're still giving $10,000.
So, since you guys were here last, I did have...
Here's him sitting in his room with the arcades. All the arcade machines. I could be making him bank right now.
A bit of a windfall.
But I need you guys to give me money so I can... I need you guys to give me money so I can keep living my lifestyle, you know. I can't give anything up. I can't do that. I need all this money. It's all about me. All about me. Woe is me. Woe is me. That's his idea.
The problem with that is I spent more than $10,000 getting that fight together. So by the time all that was done,
I'm sorry. Normally they help pay for some of this stuff, and I also don't believe these were all his expenses. Like, for example, hotel. He could have went to a cheaper hotel. That's his fault. But, you know, because the YouTubers got to stay in the expensive hotel. You know, he's too good for those cheap motels. But no, you can stay in a motel and be fine. $2,000 in meals? No, I fully refuse to believe that. Yeah, dude, you're crazy. I'm sorry. And also, Keemstar. Now, I don't like Keemstar. I don't really trust Keemstar. I believe he said that I don't think he had all these expenses.
all I did was put that $10,000 back into savings.
Net change 0.
Being in the new relationship is great, but I mean, she can't help pay a $2,200 mortgage.
Yes, she can. She can get a job herself. I mean, now she won't because she's taking care of him all day. She's stuck taking care of him all day and doing chores. But if he would maybe try to take care of himself for a change and then get a job himself, then that would give her the time to get her own job to help pay. So, and what about Chad? Chad can help pay. Chad could help pay, potentially. He could get a job and pay.
Okay, let's go through my monthly bills for a second.
Alright, oh, this is my favorite part.
Insurance is $800. I have $500.
That is a lot of money for health insurance, by the way. In the U.S., there is expensive health insurance, but most of the time it's not $800. $300, $400, believe. $800, hard to believe, but he's also in a worse health condition that he did to himself, so he's more of a liability. So I guess $800 is possible, but I feel like it's not $800.
Dollars for the medical bills. I have $500.
Those are medical bills he'd be paying off, but you can make payments on those. He doesn't have to. So
Worth of utilities.
That's pretty normal for utilities.
Doctor's visits, physical therapies.
Yeah, because his health insurance totally never covers doctor's visits. Physical therapies, it might cover some, but not all, or a certain percentage.
Labs constantly.
Labs, health insurance can also help cover that. It depends what kind of health insurance you have and what kind of plan you have.
I still have to pay for the car that I drive. I still have to.
He's got to pay for the car, man. Yep, car payment, $210. He could sell his Tesla and buy a shittier car. You don't have to have a Tesla.
Pay for car insurance. I still have to pay for health insurance.
Here's your part.
4 came out. I had to buy it.
Diablo 4 came out. I had to buy it.
Final Fantasy 16 came out. I had to buy it. Tears of the Kingdom came out. I had to buy it.
Dude. Okay, some of those things don't line up. He's like, I gotta pay for my car payment, my car insurance, and Diablo 4 came out, and I had to buy that. Final Fantasy 16 came out. I had to buy that. He bought the deluxe edition, by the way, because the normal one is not $90. And Tears of the Kingdom came out. He had to buy that. You don't have to buy video games. These are what we call luxuries in life. If you can't afford these, you don't buy them. That's simple. And dude, I bet you he's not even played them that much. He just is like, I gotta have these, man. Gotta have these. I gotta waste this money because I need Diablo 4 because it came out. I had to buy it. Then he's got a $2,000 mortgage, $800 in groceries, and $250 in internet. I mean, with how he eats, yeah, $800 in groceries sounds about right.
That's $400 for the video games.
You also can pick cheaper dates. You can also do home dates. She now lives with you. You don't have to go out on a bunch of dates. She would understand if you guys can't afford it. That she seems like that kind of person. So, I mean, gas, that makes sense at least. Clothes, you don't have to buy new clothes all the time unless you're ripping them. I don't buy new clothes every month. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, I'm not like morbidly obese, but I'm considered a little bit overweight. But I don't buy clothes ever. Now, granted, I get clothes gifted to me for Christmas, but even if I bought my own clothes, it's not like I'm buying clothes every month. Probably a couple times a year, at best.
Right there. But if you take out
Netflix and Hulu on there too, also are luxuries.
Take it out. All I eat is sandwiches every day. All I do is sit here. I don't pay for any Netflix subscriptions. All I pay for is internet, utilities, medical bills, mortgage. If I pay for just that, I need $7,000 a month. I'm not making $7,000 a month.
Sounds like someone needs to get a job.
And I have no clue how to do it.
It's called get a job, fat boy. Get a job. Stop being lazy. Get a job. Not that hard. And guess what? You're not going to get the nicest job. You want to know why? Because you're a felon. Maybe you shouldn't. Regretting that aggravated assault now, aren't you? Just firing warning shots. Yep. I bet he's regretting all that now. Yeah, you do. You can work at McDonald's for $15 an hour. You can do these remote data entry jobs. I've been saying that the whole video. Idiot. He's drinking Mountain Dew. And I remember he quit Mountain Dew at one point, and even had Diet Mountain Dew, then quit that, and could no longer drink it because of his surgery. I guess he's back on it again. It's definitely gonna hurt him. So maybe he should stop drinking that Mountain Dew. Maybe he should stop drinking soda altogether.
Well, there's something I've always wanted to try. There's a lot of research that came out of Europe, and now we're doing it here in the United States.
Oh my god, this part's also funny. He does a bunch of drugs.
Where psychedelics can help reset certain brains.
People who experience childhood abuse, people who've gone through trauma, people who deal with
He goes to a
post-traumatic stress
shaman,
disorder,
which I don't trust shaman.
and I'm all of those. To be honest, I'm scared shitless.
I don't like the whole shaman
It's one
idea.
of the only things I haven't tried yet.
And you should not be doing
Let's
drugs.
give it a shot.
Because he doesn't take marijuana, he takes shrooms.
My given name is Ryan Arthur DiLioio, and I've adopted the name Flaming Star. There's one thing that's undeniable is that
I don't
there's
trust a
always
guy like
question
this.
about why. Why am I here? Existence. What's really happening? Who am I? That's what happens when you seek out hallucinogenics. It's going to allow everything else physically here to relax. The emotional stuff is going to come out. Trauma is going to come out. But afterwards, your atoms are going to go back into their original positions. That's why. They'll be mind, body, and spirit all one together. We're all connected.
I believe
When
it.
you get to a certain point of understanding inside your intellect mind, that connectivity, you realize your hands are basically like USB ports.
So these are they.
Filling them up.
It's crazy to think that something that just grows out of the ground has
You
so
can
much power.
eat some
I'm
shrooms.
actually holding it in my hand right now. But here we go.
Gotta have
That
some
doesn't taste so bad.
shrooms.
They're pretty good and dry. Everybody just says kind of earthy.
Stem and all.
Oh, the whole thing, yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to the club.
Now he's gonna get nice and high. I bet you he. I wouldn't be surprised if he faked some of this.
Bless you and be with you on your journey.
I'm a Christian. I don't think God talks about eating shrooms with shamans. They could be talking about a different God though.
I think we've been about 20 minutes in.
About 15, yeah.
About 15.
It might be the idea
So
of the
about
earth
15
is
minutes
God,
in, and I
is what they're
started to
probably doing.
feel Things are kind of wavy and kind of disconnected. It's kind of like my brain works on multiple channels, and like I have to pick and choose what I'm. Oh, I have no clue.
Hold on.
I have no clue where the fuck I am or even who I am. I don't give a fuck. I reckon.
Honestly, I feel like he's actually exaggerating a lot of it, but he's hot. It's either that or he actually is high on shrooms, which is terrible.
He's about to experience the second part.
He's like,
of
yeah, man,
the
all
realization
natural.
Of letting go, and we're gonna get to the other side of it. I told you they'd come. It's gonna get nice and bright in about 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
And the reflection in the water is really cool too. So what do you think was the first trauma that you experienced which basically set up like a defense mechanism for you?
Man, yeah, my parents are just crazy. They're broken people.
Parents?
Yeah. Stewards. People who are like trying to oh, okay. Okay.
Oh my God, he has just lost his
Yep.
mind.
That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Just drop that shit.
So, when did you feel the need of this separate personality? Was that what you used as a coping mechanism to socialize with?
Oh, that's exactly what it is, right? Like I didn't know what the hell.
The shaman's not helping that
I don't know how
much.
to
I think he's scamming him.
Or what I was going through, and
I think shamans are
Right,
scams.
You put on these different faces in order to deal with situations.
Or they're just or they just do a lot of drugs, and that's why they do what they do.
That was the need to make up Francis or other personalities.
Yeah.
Francis is more of
You
a
ready to let
comedy
all that
personality,
go?
but he could use it as that.
Yeah. Please, my God.
Yeah.
Happiness.
Yeah, man. All them drugs.
Hello?
And his reaction afterwards, because people after they take shrooms have this quote unquote weird perspectives, but it eventually wears off.
I'm still not sure I'm like really here yet.
don't really want breakfast. That's the change.
He wants to go eat. Hey, he wants to eat more.
Let's go. It's just all bullshit. Like, none of this matters. None of it.
Now he all of a sudden says it doesn't matter.
Construct. It's all a simulation. It's all a fucking video game.
Now he thinks that.
You know when you die? I think I died.
He's a ghost. He thinks he's dead. He's like, I died last night, and I just got all these things, man.
Physically, my body was fine, but I think I went back into
I learned, man.
the void we come from, and
I got this new perspective.
I think I'm still in it, except I'm also in this physical corporal body, but I'm also the incorporeal being that puppets it and controls it, and god damn it, I feel like I'm in control. I
Yeah,
feel like I'm in
man.
control of myself for the first fucking time.
Yeah, man. All it took was some of those shrooms. Just took some shrooms, man. Just need the shrooms.
The stuff that I normally worry about, I worry about my fine. I think I'm going to enjoy making YouTube videos. 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. You start off.
Yep, he's gonna be like, I'm gonna enjoy all this stuff again. And that is pretty much the end of his documentary. Some final thoughts here. Misogynist, treats women like objects, manipulating and emotionally abusing his girlfriend. Thinks everything's about him and woe is me and all this stuff. And terrible person. Thinks he's too good for a job and won't get a real job. This guy's a human piece of shit. Like, he just sucks. He sucks. Oh, I also found some other videos, guys. Because he's doing this. He's doing this locale podcast that Keemstar is hosting, with other people, and I'm not gonna react to all these, but we'll just kind of go over this some of them. But he's doing all this other shit, right? Okay, he's doing all this other shit, right? And but what he's doing is what was I gonna say? He went on a podcast hosted by a YouTuber named ReviewTech USA after he already was in a Twitter fight with Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers, and then him and Mudahar basically ended up having a face-off on there, and Mudahar destroyed him, and then he just bailed out, and Keemstar got pissed because it wasn't on his own podcast. Then Keemstar does this.
Fuck you and your stupid fucking head. Your fucking retarded fucking head. I talked to you before you went on. In my other group chat, people were like, oh, Boogie's calling into Rich. I fucking called you. We spoke. I said, don't give Rich the tea. Your exact words to me were, oh, I'm just going to go on there and tell him I'm busy, right? So you call into Rich. You tell him I'm busy. He starts milking you. You start answering every fucking question because you're an attention fucking freak. And then you have a face-off with Muta on Rich's stream. The face-off between you and Muta should be on your podcast. That's monetized, that you make money on. Fuck you and your stupid fucking head. This is not a mistake. This is not an accident, you fucking retard. You did this on purpose. I talked to you before you went in. I fucking hate you. Fuck you. All the time and effort into this fucking show to help you guys out, and you can't do the simplest task. I fucking hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Retard.
Yeah, obviously I fucked up. I was just going to go there to promote the show. I didn't know Muta was going to come in there and pull his shit. I should have left when Muta showed up and said, save it for the show. But you're right. I respect your decision. Let me know if you need any of the passwords or anything like that. I'll be glad to hand them over. And let me know if you change your mind.
Oh, and then, it gets better. So, Keemstar asked for Boogie to get on his hands and knees and say this.
I'm sorry, Tommy C. I'm sorry, Daddy Keemstar.
I'm sorry, Daddy Keemstar.
I'm sorry, Nicholas Di Fiorio. I don't know how to pronounce him. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm fucking sorry. It was fucking stupid of me to go on Rich's fucking show and give away the fucking storyline. I'm a fucking attention hog piece of shit. It was fucking stupid. I should have left the moment Muda came on. I'm fucking stupid. And I'm fucking sorry. I understand your decision. I'll hand over any passwords you need, wherever you want. Sorry.
And he actually did it. Oh my god. Now, Keemstar is not good either. I don't like Keemstar. I think Keemstar is also a terrible person and a terrible YouTuber. But Keemstar got pissed and did all that and did disrespect Boogie, and I do think Boogie should not have got on his hands and knees and did all that. But they're going through their own feuds, and then there's the Lol Cow podcast and all this stuff. But yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry for this long video, guys, but I wanted to do my own reaction on this for you guys and talk about it, because dude, this had me fired up. Like, this guy's a human piece of shit. I hope he becomes a good person, but honestly, I don't think he will be. He's a liar, a manipulator. And there's a clip that was cut out where she said if he cheated on her, she wouldn't leave. That she just wouldn't leave him, which is stupid. And it shows that he has her mentally completely manipulated. She doesn't want to be alone. He's taking advantage of a 20-year-old. He treats women like objects, treats relationships with monetary value, and doesn't believe in real relationships and real romance. He just believes in all of his bullshit. He believes in all that stuff. He's a terrible human being, human piece of shit, terrible fuckface. Like, this motherfucker is cancer to YouTube. This motherfucker is a terrible person, and I hope he gets his shit together, or he just continues to get dunked on, because he's a terrible person. Get off your fucking ass and get a job, change your shitty personality, and actually try to be a good person. Anyways, I'm gonna leave this video off for today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, leave a like. If this is one of the first videos you see by me, please do consider subscribing to the channel. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.